وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.
Oh my Lord, my sins are like the highest mountain. My good deeds are very few. They're like a small pebble. I turn to you, my heart full of shame, my eyes full of tears. Bestow your forgiveness and mercy upon me. Ya Allah, send your peace and blessings on the final prophet and his family and companions and those who follow him. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
This Surah Yasin was brought to you by Murchison Spice, Peter Maritzburg. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless your day.
There's something cooking at Murchison Spice, and its name is Elite Basmati Rice, available throughout the Middle East and now available in South Africa. Brought to you by Murchison Spice, Peter Maritzburg. Available in Golden Cellar and Premium White, high in vitamins and low in calories. Perfect for the health conscious. Contact Murchison Spice on 033 387 2121. That's 033 387 2121. Murchison Spice. Taste the East.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Your award-nominated Breakfast Rush with Nichal Sarawan.
Hearing to TBR every day has really inspired my whole life. You guys really rock.
From 6 to 8, that's the best 2 hours of our lives. Hats off to you guys. Thank you very much. You'll really brighten up our day.
I really enjoy listening to the Breakfast Rush with Nichal. My day wouldn't be the same without the Breakfast Rush. I love the TBR show.
Monday to Friday, 6 till 8 a.m.
Hungry for something delicious? Visit the Al-Ansar Deli for freshly prepared meals, sandwiches, savories, sweet treats, and refreshing drinks. Whether you're grabbing lunch, meeting friends, or taking something home for family, we've got something for everyone. Fresh, convenient, affordable. The Al-Ansar Deli. Taste the difference today.
There are over 200 million orphans globally. We can't help all of them, but what if we each helped just one? The Al Imdad Foundation now gives you an opportunity to help just one orphan from Syria or Palestine. For just 500 Rand per month, you can help safeguard the dignity of an orphan by assisting them with basic needs such as food, clothing, shelter, medical care, and attention. Our orphan sponsorship program allows you to track the progress of your orphan through regular feedback. Make a difference in the life of an orphan today. Visit alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Inspiration for the Ummah, your morning nasiha.
We try to fill the emptiness with something that is not lasting and something that is not perfect. And then we wonder why we end up with broken hearts. We end up disappointed. We end up so upset, so afraid, so insecure. It's clear why that happens. Because the thing that we are loving most is something that is not lasting, something that is not perfect. It's like a person who's rock climbing and they're holding onto a twig. What happens? The twig, if you hold onto a twig with all of your weight, what happens to the twig? It breaks. Then what happens to you? There's something called gravity. What happens to you? You fall. And we wonder why we end up falling, and we keep falling, and things keep breaking. It's because we're holding on to the wrong stuff. We are loving the wrong stuff, and we are neglecting the real thing. How do we find a balance? Because we live in dunya, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never told us that we should not love the creation. Allah did not say that you cannot love your children, your spouse, your money, you know, these nice halal things that you have. It's okay to love those things. How do we find a balance where those things are loved but they do not own us? How do we find a balance so that our greatest love, أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ? You know, in another ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warns us. قُلْ إِن كَانَ آبَاؤُكُمْ. Say if your fathers, your sons, your spouses. Now here in this ayah, Allah lists about 8 things. And by the way, all of these things are halal. All of them are halal. Is it halal to love your parents? Is it halal to love your children? Is it halal to love your spouse? Is it halal to love your relatives? Is it halal to love your halal business or your home? However, Allah warns us of something in this ayah. He says that if any of these things are more beloved to you than Allah and His Messenger and striving in His cause, then wait until Allah brings about His decision. And Allah does not guide the defiantly disobedient ones. Now there's a message in this ayah that a lot of us don't realize. And that is that the things that distract us from God are not always necessarily the haram things. The clubbing, the drinking, the drugs, the alcohol. No, sometimes they are the halal things. Sometimes they are the halal things that we take and we love as we should only love Allah. And that's the secret that a lot of us didn't learn. We don't realize what's the problem. I'm a mother, I love my children. So what's the problem with that? The problem with that is that when I love my children and they overtake and they become my center instead of Allah, that's a problem. Even though of course it's halal to love my children. My spouse, when I take my spouse, it's not a boyfriend, it's not a girlfriend, I'm married, right? You take your spouse and you put them at the center of your existence, and your life starts to revolve around them, and what you think about most is them, and what you want to please most is them, and what you fear most is them, and all of a sudden, where is Allah in the equation? That's the problem. And this will happen with halal money, this will happen with your spouse, this will happen with your children, with your parents, with your business, with your house, which you delight in, the ayah says. But when those things you start to focus on and revolve your life around, that's when you have a problem.
It's time for The Breakfast Show. The Breakfast Rush.
Check it out.
A great way to start your day. The Breakfast Rush.
We're at home with the Azaris. Ain't no place that I'd rather be. Chilling with my family. Learning all about our deen. Knowledge is the greatest legacy. We make this path our destiny. Our deeds echo eternally. Bless me on this journey. Yeah, yeah. Rabbi, zidni ilma. Grant us knowledge of the deen. Rabbi, zidni ilma. And we call to you in need. Rabbi, zidni ilma. With the knowledge that I see. Rabbi, zidni ilma. You can be anything you wanna be with a little motivation and aim. Yes, you can. You can reach every goal you wanna reach with a little dedication and faith. Knowledge is the greatest legacy. We make this path our destiny. Our deeds echo eternally. Bless me on this journey. Yeah, yeah. Rabbi, zidni ilma. Grant us knowledge of the deen. Rabbi, zidni ilma. And we call to you in need. Rabbi, zidni ilma. With the knowledge that I see. Rabbi, zidni ilma. Ya Hakim, Ya Kareem, Ya Kareem, Ya Rashid, Ya Khabir. We're at home, Ya Hakim, with the Azaris. Ya Kareem, ain't no place, Ya Rashid, that I'd rather be. Ya Khabir, oh, Ya Rabbi, zidni ilma. Grant us knowledge of the deen. Rabbi, zidni ilma. And we call to you, Ya Rabbi, zidni ilma. With the knowledge that I see. Rabbi, zidni ilma. Ya Hakim, Ya Kareem, Ya Kareem, Ya Rashid, Ya Khabir, oh, Ya Hakim, Ya Kareem, Ya Rashid, Ya Khabir.
Adam, who do we worship?
Allah. Releasing soon. Click subscribe to find out when.
So I'm sitting here quite literally thinking, okay, what is going on inside the radio? But this is Rabbi Zidni Ilma, the Azharis is the title of that recording. Apparently it's released already, so you don't have to go looking for it. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. It's your breakfast rush. The name's Nichal, and sitting across the table from me is
Nazmeera Cassim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillah. How are you?
A bit of a rocky start this morning, to be honest with you.
You okay?
You know, I'm fine. I just thought it was Sunday.
So a lot of people woke up uncertain of whether it was Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
They went in a whole different direction.
Well, I'm special like that. Let's try to do this one here again. No?
Breakfast
there you
Rush
go.
Traffic.
Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How you guys doing?
Oh, good, and you?
I'm standing with a red pen in my hand. You know, I was on my way to do something, and the phone rang. But I'm still holding a red pen in my hand.
Red pen.
Now, why would you hold a red pen in your hand?
You're marking papers. You're a teacher.
Worse than that.
Worse than that?
Well, what could be?
You're the bully that all the teachers call the principal.
When you got a red pen,
yeah,
you're signing for overtime.
Oh, give me a minute. I'll be right there.
That's nice.
Right. Okay, what's happening on the roads?
There was quite a nasty accident this morning. As you're coming on the NC towards Durban at Paradise Valley, traffic is already backed up considerably. In that vicinity, there's about 57,000 ambulances that are standing up on this accident scene. There's more ambulances there than actual vehicles involved in the accident. But I suppose they need it because there's a minibus involved. So Guys, if you're coming to Durban on the M3 and the M13, you're going to get caught up in that traffic. Until that accident's cleared up, there's going to be congestion. So just be aware of that, please. If you're coming in from the Pinetown area, from Kloof, Hillcrest, that vicinity, you're going to get caught in the traffic. So just take out your lunch. You're not going to eat it later. Just nibble on it while you're sitting in that traffic. So if you're traveling on the N2 this morning, traffic is starting to get busy already as you're approaching the Spaghetti Junction, northbound and southbound. Just be aware of that, please, because of the roadworks taking place. There will be slow-moving traffic in that vicinity. So first update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. How many ambulances did you say there was there?
I forgot the number.
57,000. I was like, whoa, every single ambulance in the whole world is there.
Yeah, I don't think we have that much.
You know the story with ambulances.
No, do
Even if
tell.
there's no injury,
Yeah.
you get 20 coming to an accident scene. But when you look for them for anything else, you can't find them.
But you must note that absolutely not one of those is a call it government ambulance.
True.
Not one of them.
No. I beg to differ with you.
Okay, go ahead, differ.
The government ambulance also attend.
They come about 3 hours
But
later.
The private ones have got a little faster engine. So they get there before the government ones, you know.
Oh, man. Colonel Raouf, there's so much going on in KZN. In fact, in the whole of South Africa right now. Yesterday, we were seeing videos coming through of what people were saying is protest action and everything like that, and people's cars were getting stoned or whatever. I think it's only a matter of time, and I'm hoping and I'm praying that I'm wrong on this one here. I really do hope that I'm wrong on this one here. But I think it's only a matter of time before it gets worse.
You know what my thing?
What is it?
Act dumb and live long.
That's one way to look at it in most situations, to be honest with you. But I think if yesterday was any indication, and with everybody's misinformation regarding the 30th of June that's going on, we've got less than 2 weeks to get to that date.
What's happening on the 30th of June? I'm trying to understand.
This is
30th of June, the 30th of June.
Yes, it is. According to the government, there is no official deadline for anybody to leave the country. There's nothing official according to government. But what government's eyes are closed to, completely shut to, is that people are mobilizing. And people intend to further their mobilization and take it, as Faisal over here at the station loves to say, to the next level. So, I'm just hoping and praying that it's not another situation like it was just a couple of years ago, around about the same time of the year. But this time around, a little bit more proactive, saying that, okay, we got the notice. We know that you guys want to start something, and we're not going to allow it.
Inshallah.
That's why I'm just saying, I'm remaining quiet.
I know. I'm just looking for a little bit of reassurance for, Nani and Dadi and Nana and everybody who's just sitting there thinking, we've lived through so much through our lives. Do we need more negative?
And it is frightening.
People... On the 30th of June, if you're feeling unsafe, just buy condensed milk, invite me for tea, I'll come there. Don't worry.
Done. Zach, put it down in the diary. 30th of June, first cup of tea for Colonel Raouf at 6 a.m. Done and dusted. Colonel, thank you very much. Walaikum salam. Oh, man, we'll get more traffic a little bit later on your breakfast rush this morning. Keep you informed as to what is going on. Now, let's go figure out what the weather apps are talking about.
The weather update. I think it's going to be playtime weather.
Right here then, Durban. Mostly cloudy. No, actually, mostly clear. 23 degrees expected for Durban at lunchtime. Pietermaritzburg from 8 up to a cloudy 22. Richards Bay today starting up at 14, heading up to a cloudy 23 degrees. Margate today partly cloudy 22. Ladysmith a cloudy 20 at lunch. Newcastle today from 6 up to a mostly clear 21 degrees. Johannesburg starting up at 3, heading up to a partly cloudy 17. Cape Town today from 12 up to a clear 19 degrees. And that, according to the weather app, is what we should be expecting weather-wise as we travel around South Africa on this Wednesday. It's going to be Wednesday the whole day today. South Africa is set to host the official launch of the U.S. Africa Trade Commission South Africa chapter at the Durban ICC on the 18th and 19th of June. The initiative is aimed at strengthening trade, investment and institutional cooperation between Africa and the United States. We'll attempt to find out a little bit more about this in a little bit from now. Buddy Governor comes through with your World Cup football shootout and update. France and Senegal. Did you watch the game? I tried.
How was it?
I watched the first half and it wasn't fireworks.
Okay.
To be honest with you, it wasn't fireworks. The guys from Senegal did, make a few really valiant attempts. It was really nice watching them make those couple of valiant attempts. 6 minutes getting added onto the first half was quite interesting as well. But then again, I looked at the time and I was like, I got to go to work in the morning, so bye TV. I'm going to bed.
Buddy will tell me all about it tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Buddy will give me a little bit more later. Hey, your WhatsApp message is on 0609041056. Fahim says, Assalamu alaikum. Tow trucks are the first to attend to an accident scene most of the time. True story. True story for him.
I rode away waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they know it's going to happen before them. Anyway, so I had this mate who was a police officer, Midlands, in the Ladysmith, Newcastle area.
Yeah.
He was there. And this is many, many years ago. And he says, sometimes we'd be patrolling and you'll hear this call that there's been an accident. Right. And you're trying to figure out, okay, where's this road? And this tow truck goes... So the cops basically follow the tow truck because the tow truck knows where he's going. So
sometimes, and you and I have witnessed this, where there's an injury, but they enter the ambulance vehicle trying to forcefully get you to do what they want you to do.
Yeah.
In a moment of panic where you yourself don't know what's happening.
Yep. It's true. Razia Kadir, Assalamu alaikum to you, Shah Machine. I hope you guys are having a great start to your morning.
Hajra Habib says, Assalamu alaikum, wishing everyone Muharram Mubarak and Jazakallah khair for a beautiful show.
Muharram Mubarak.
Yes, today is the first day of the year 1448.
So I can't say Happy New Year and all that, eh?
You can if you want to.
I can.
With barfi.
With barfi. I haven't had barfi in years.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
It's our 2nd anniversary and Dawood Mega Boutique is celebrating 2 years of quality, value and community. You're invited to join us for a wonderful, fun-filled family day in store. Bring the kids along for a day packed with exciting in-store competitions, awesome free giveaways and delicious free tasters of your absolute favorites. We're rolling out never-to-be-repeated deals across the entire store. Plus, don't miss our urgent, unmissable, hourly specials on specific items. Once that hour is up, they're gone. Get unmatched value from our premium butcher, our fresh deli, crisp fruit and veg, and of course, our massive frozen food selections. It's your complete grocery destination all under one roof. Mark your calendars, bring the whole family down and leave happy. Dawood Mega Boutique, 2 years of serving you with excellence, and we are just getting started.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm Zainab.
And I'm Humaira, and we are both from London.
We only listen to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar.
Hussein, Hussein, Mawla, Mawla, Hussein, Hussein. Hussein Maula, Maula Hussein, Hussein Maula, Hussein Badshah, Hussein Shahnshah, Hussein Deen hai, Hussein Deepana, Hussein Deepana, Hussein Badshah, Hussein Shahnshah, Hussein Deen hai, Hussein Deepana, Hussein Deepana, Hussein Deepana,
جان مانگو میں دل نہیں دوں گا
جان مانگو میں دل نہیں دوں گا
دل ٹھکانا میرے حسین کا ہے
ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے
جس کی خاطر یہ کائنات بنی
جس کی خاطر یہ کائنات بنی
ایسا نانا میرے حسین کا ہے
ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے
یہ جو کعبہ ہے تم نہ سمجھو گے
یہ جو کعبہ ہے تم نہ سمجھو گے
گھر پرانا میرے حسین کا ہے
ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے حسین بادشاہ حسین شہنشاہ حسین دین ہے حسین دیپنا حسین
رات سے دن جو یہ نکلتا ہے
رات سے دن جو یہ نکلتا ہے
مسکرانا میرے حسین کا ہے
ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے
تم جسے آسماں سمجھتے ہو
تم جسے آسماں سمجھتے ہو
شامیانہ میرے حسین کا ہے
ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے حسین بادشاہ حسین شہنشاہ حسین دین ہے حسین دیپنا حسین
کوئی پوچھے یہ دور کس کا ہے کوئی پوچھے یہ دور کس کا ہے کوئی پوچھے یہ دور کس کا ہے تم بتانا میرے حسین کا ہے
ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے
بولی زہرا یہ عشق دو مجھ کو
بولی زہرا یہ عشق دو مجھ کو
یہ خزانہ میرے حسین کا ہے
ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے ہر زمانہ میرے حسین کا ہے حسین بادشاہ
TBR at 12 minutes to 7 on this Wednesday morning. Farhan Ali Waris Har Zamana, the title of the recording that quite a few of you seemingly enjoying this morning. Hajra coming back and saying, Jazakallah, I must say you guys really put the feeling into the beginning of Muharram. Alhamdulillah. Really appreciate it. Buddy Governor is already getting ready for his report. It's going to come up just after 7:30 or so this morning.
Razia Kaldar says, MashaAllah recording. I just got my radio on full blast with every heart you can think of.
Abu Bakr Khan. Oh, this is a lovely one. Go for it.
I want to say Jazakallah to my in-laws, Shaida and Shabir Ali, or Shaida and Shabir Ali, for the help of serving humanity yesterday. And Jazakallah for preparing the meals. May Allah reward you all and may all our niyas be accepted in your darbar. Ameen. And he says, Vah Hussein. Ruwaida as well, Vah, she says, have a Mubarak day, Naz and Nishal. Love this nasheed, Subhanallah, and Muharram Mubarak.
First, so this message came through, it started coming through from yesterday. So let's just skip all the way down. Oh, there you go.
Sure,
when it says read more after, you know, when Langra story like that, you get worried. It's like, okay, so let's start here.
My love and care to you all. Praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the best Islamic station, Radio Al Ansar, throughout the world, nationwide. And she says, Muharram Mubarak to everybody.
Sarah Bibi Mustafa Parag, Jazakallah for listening in and messaging the program every morning. We do appreciate you. Anisa says, awesome recording, you guys. You all know how to start everybody's day. Alhamdulillah. Muharram Mubarak to one and all that are listening in this morning.
Fazila Kaji says, Salams, Nishal Naz, and everybody. Muharram Mubarak to one and all blessed Wednesday.
Yes, you know, we hope that you have a great one as well.
MH says, Assalamu alaikum, Muharram 1448 Mubarak, love and du'as. So this is the only time in the year where MH sends hearts.
Sends hearts, yes. Assalamu alaikum, Nuranisa, Muharram Mubarak to everybody is what she says this morning. Anisa and Peter Madsberg, have a blessed week ahead. You as well.
Farooq Khan says, Salams, brother Nishal and Naz, dad joke. When asked, how is your health? Response, same as well. Poor.
Abba Latifa, Assalamu alaikum to you and Muharram Mubarak to you as well.
Wahida says, Assalamu alaikum, family and friends, Muharram Mubarak. Also wishing my son Muhammad Faiz and all the other kids all the best in their exams.
Is that not Faiz? Like F-A-I-Z, Faiz?
So
Phase.
I know it's spelled as phase. I know people.
Phase.
Yes.
Like P-H-A-S-E, phase.
Correct. I know.
Like what phase of your life you in now? Can I know? I mean, exam phase.
Again, that's from, personal connection. I know people whose names are spelled that way and they pronounce
it as phase.
Yes. And Faiz is generally double E, but you can correct us.
Yeah, Nishal, generally speaking, has an S in it. But I'm just saying for a word. Anyway, it's 9 minutes to 7 on this Wednesday morning. Loads still to come your way here on your breakfast rush. It's the 17th of June. And President Cyril Ramaphosa took a microphone but talking. Tell me about it.
So again, he urged South Africans not to blame migrants for the country's problems.
Yes.
After a recent wave of anti-immigrant unrest and violence. One of Africa's largest economies, South Africa, has long attracted migrant workers from across the continent, both legally and illegally. But as you know, in recent weeks, mobs of South Africans carrying sticks, whoops and shields have marched through parts of the country, ordering foreigners with no residency papers to leave by June 30th.
So the president says no one except the police and other law enforcement agencies will be allowed to take action against any undocumented foreign national in the country. Ramaphosa spoke to the media on the sidelines of the June 16 Soweto uprising at the FNB Stadium in Johannesburg yesterday. He was reacting to the June 30 deadline that's been set by some civic organizations for all undocumented foreigners to leave the country. Now, Ramaphosa warned South Africans not to be misled by people who want to cause instability in the country. You've got Sports, Arts and Culture Minister Gayton McKenzie has warned young people not to allow themselves to be used in the protest against undocumented migrants. McKenzie says that although he wants undocumented migrants to leave the country, he does not support the use of youth in any action against them.
Well, let's hope people listen.
Listening is one thing. Actually doing what you're supposed to do, knowing that within yourself it's the right thing to do. The moral thing to do, the legal thing to do is a whole nother story.
Okay.
Anyway, outside of South Africa, US President Donald Trump said Russia should make a peace deal with the Ukraine and he will do what he can to end the war, following a very good meeting between President Volodymyr Zelensky and G7 leaders at a summit in France. Zelensky joined talks yesterday with the G7, which includes the United States, France, the UK, Canada, Germany, Italy, Japan, and the European Union. He also spoke to Trump and US Secretary of State Marco Rubio on the sidelines of the summit. Zelensky said he had received important commitments from the G7.
Back home, as South Africa commemorated the 50th anniversary of the June 16th Soweto uprising, Minister in the presidency, Khumbuduzo, delivered a blunt message to the country's struggling youth. The government will not create jobs for them. Speaking to a news agency, he emphasized that the onus of job creation rests on economic growth and entrepreneurial drives rather than state employment. The minister's remarks come at a time when South Africa continues to battle one of the highest youth unemployment rates in the world.
So, I'm asking for a friend now, right? Asking for a friend. If there are 7,000 Malawians sitting at the top end of Loxley Drive, at the Sherwood Hall, let's assume 50% of them were employed. That's 2,500 vacancies now.
Correct.
How come we're not hearing about it? How come we're not hearing that, yay, there's 2,500 people can't go march because they're not the graphing? We're not hearing about it. So do you not want their jobs? Do you not want it?
That's one of the reasons a lot of people have said that they don't want them here.
I've seen less motorcycles on the road.
Yeah.
Right? I saw a video where a delivery guy, still in his t-shirt, man, he was talking about, now I'm going to go home, now I'm going to sell my bike. And so the bike was his.
Yes.
He's going to sell his bike and go home. Now, how's about this? These companies that are not your backyard companies, not your, hey, we'll do something under the cover companies and what have you. I'm going to assume that in order for them to give somebody employment, they need to see the work visa.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Right? So I'm going to assume, this is an assumption. I know what they say about making assumptions. That's a story for another day. But here's the thing. Who's taking up the jobs?
Do you think we are also selective? We want to be employed, but we selective.
Yeah. I want an appointment letter. I want a letter of appointment. I want a salary with a minimum 5 zeros behind it.
Sure.
Right?
I need to apply.
PAYE. I want all of that. I want 52 Mondays off because my head has got a headache. I want all those things. I want to be able to come late to work on Wednesday and then go into the boss's office on Tuesday and say to him, hey, listen, I got all money.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Imagine being rewarded every time a child learns Quran because of something you helped build. Join the Underberg Madrasa and Masjid fundraiser brunch hosted by the Pietermaritzburg Muslim Women's Organization on Thursday, 18th June at 37 Willowton Road. Your 300 Rand ticket helps fund a borehole, solar panels and essential facilities for a growing madrasa and masjid. Book now with the Pietermaritzburg Muslim Women's Organization on 079 306 5654.
Every day's a good day.
Did you hear? Your favorite 24-hour dentist has moved? Crown Dental Studio, offering everything your smile needs, from general to cosmetic dentistry. Female practitioner now available upon request. Call us on 081 207 8621 to schedule your next appointment. Or visit our new studio at 26 McCuton Avenue, Durban North. Crown Dental Studio, your 24-hour dentist.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
This is the Breakfast Rush. It's the intelligent choice.
Mola, 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 mola Hussein. Mola, 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 mola Hussein. As-salam ya Hussein. As-salam ya Hussein. कर लिया नोश जिसने शहादत का जाम उस हुसैन इब्न हैदर पे लाखों सलाम हुसैन तुझे सलाम मेरे हुसैन तुझे सलाम मेरे हुसैन तुझे सलाम मेरे हुसैन तुझे सलाम अस्सलाम या हुसैन अस्सलाम या हुसैन अस्सलाम या हुसैन जिसने हक करबला में अदा कर दिया अपने नाना का वादा वफा कर दिया सब कुछ उम्मत की खातिर फिदा कर दिया घर का घर सब सुपुर्द.
Hey TBR, it is as we get up to 7 this morning. I thought this was an interesting message to read before we get into news, right? Let's keep it anonymous. We'll keep it anonymous. It says, our South Africans claim no job opportunities because of the Malawians. Speaking from experience, we have lost 7 of our workers who worked long distance with our drivers as assistants. Now, we interviewed our South Africans and asked if they are prepared to wake up early parts of the morning to go long distance, and their answer was, "Hi, boss, it's too early." Our South Africans want money but don't want to work for it.
Truthful and sad reality.
One more anonymous message before we go to news. Salams, Nichal, you're 100% correct in regards to why locals are not going to work. This was all unnecessary. Jazakallah for your messages this morning. Let's get into news.
The Breakfast Rush Main News Bulletin.
Making news at 7, the Malawi government has appealed for financial donations and humanitarian assistance to help bring home thousands of its citizens stranded in South Africa. Good morning, I'm Thabile Duma. The Malawi government has appealed for financial donations and humanitarian assistance to help bring home thousands of its citizens stranded in South Africa, saying that the scale of the repatriation effort has placed unprecedented pressure on its resources. The appeal comes as Malawi intensifies efforts to facilitate the voluntary return of at least 10,000 citizens, with authorities warning that the humanitarian operation requires significant financial, logistical and emergency support. The Malawian government said that the repatriation program was being coordinated by the Department of Disaster Management Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, the Malawi High Commission in Pretoria, government agencies, humanitarian organizations, and other stakeholders. Authorities said a comprehensive response had already been activated to ensure the safe, orderly and dignified return of Malawians wishing to leave South Africa. The government has deployed a task team to South Africa to oversee the registration, verification, protection and the repatriation of affected citizens. South Africa's youth unemployment crisis has come under renewed scrutiny this Youth Day, with calls for greater focus on economic empowerment and meaningful opportunities for young people. According to statistics, South Africa's quarterly labor force survey for the first quarter of 2026, 60.9% of South Africans aged between 15 and 24 were unemployed. The survey also found that 37.6% of young people in the same age group were not in employment, education or training. The figures paint a picture of a generation struggling to gain a foothold in the economy despite the gains made since democracy. In more news, a young woman allegedly heavily intoxicated was arrested after crashing into road infrastructure and then allegedly driving on the wrong side of the N2. When Park Rainey RTI officers tried speaking to the woman, she allegedly became unruly and repeatedly asked officers if they knew who she was. She is expected to appear in court today. MEC for Transport and Human Settlements Nazmeera Duma said the situation continued for about an hour, during which the woman allegedly threatened officials and argued with them. Duma said he would issue a formal statement on the road accidents involving young people, particularly during the month of June. Angry residents of Timberley near Eastwood in Pietermaritzburg shut down at least one Somali-owned spaza shop yesterday morning as part of a protest aimed at forcing undocumented foreign nationals out of the country. By 1 p.m., the demonstration had largely dispersed, although small groups of residents remained gathered throughout the area. Protesters demanded the closure of foreign-owned spaza shops, stating that locals should be allowed to operate businesses within their own communities. Resident Bongiwe Zondi accused some foreign-owned shops of selling expired food products and said local entrepreneurs were capable of running the business themselves. The owner of the affected shop refused to speak to the media. Ward Councillor Nkosiveli Dlamini said that he had not been informed about the protest beforehand and was therefore unable to engage with residents while it was taking place. And finally, a panel on the Brazilian Supreme Court has voted to convict Eduardo Bolsonaro of lobbying the United States to interfere in the trial of his father, former right-wing President Jair Bolsonaro. Yesterday, 3 of the 4 justices on the panel voted in favor of conviction, with 1 remaining justice yet to vote. They determined that Eduardo Bolsonaro's actions amounted to coercion against Brazil's justice system and sentenced him to 4 years and 2 months in prison. The conviction is the latest legal setback for the Bolsonaro family, which remains a dominant force on Brazil's political right. Jair Bolsonaro is serving a 27-year prison sentence for his efforts to remain in power after losing the country's 2022 election. Taking a look at financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 16 rands and 19 cents, to the euro at 18 rands and 80 cents, to the pound at 21 rands and 73 cents. The Saudi riyal is at 4 rands and 30 cents. Gold is trading at $4,331 and 44 cents an ounce. Of Brent crude oil is trading at $78 and 46 cents a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with headlines at 7:30. For Radio Alonso News, I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Thabile Duma. The roads are moving, and so is your health. This traffic report is proudly brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Lieutenant Colonel Raouf, Assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. Let's start off with a reminder of the earlier accident on the NC Durban bound near Paradise Valley. Just after that, so M13 and the NC is affected with traffic coming into Durban. Just allow for extra traveling time. If you're traveling on the N2 this morning in both directions, north and south, there's congestion approaching the Spaghetti Junction. But just add extra travel time to your trip. If you're on the N2 this morning, going towards Ulundi, you've got an accident involving a light motor vehicle and a cow. So you're coming from Freyhead towards Ulundi, that's where you're going to find it. Lots of other cars are roaming around the vicinity. Just be careful how you're driving there. Very misty conditions this morning in the upper highway area, especially in the Midland area, as you go from Hilton towards Tidara, towards Moy River. Visibility is very poor. So please just drive with caution and increase your following distance. Just slow down, please reduce your speed. Vehicle broken down, left-hand lane, Inanda Road, going towards Hillcrest. This is just before the bluff meets traffic lights. One lane's obstructed, so there will be delays in that. Very busy conditions on Inanda Road, especially if you're coming out of the waterfall area or going towards waterfall. So just be aware of this, please. There is a vehicle broken down. I'm hoping that they push it to the side of the road so that the obstruction is gone. But at this point, there is an obstruction. Just be aware of that. Slow-moving traffic on the M41 as you're coming from JG Champion up the hill towards the Phoenix Dam. There's road works taking place. So one lane has been taken away for about 50 to 60 meters, and then it opens up again. The traffic is slow-moving in that vicinity. That's the second update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. You take it easy and we'll catch up with you in a bit on the show. Wa alaikum salam. Remember, a conversation coming up in a moment. US-Africa Trade Commission South Africa chapter. We've got the US-Africa Trade Commissioner for South Africa scheduled on the program, Professor Gostina Malope, expected to be with us in a little bit from now. But hey, whether it's rush hour or a recovery time, trust Pelican Pharmacy, the proud sponsor of your traffic report, with a reminder that this Youth Month we celebrate the energy, resilience and potential of South Africa's young people as we honor the legacy of those who fought for a brighter future. Let's continue to empower the next generation through education, opportunity and good health. Brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy, proud to support the well-being of the youth and our communities.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Radio Al Ansar welcomes your feedback. If you have a broadcasting-related complaint, please put it in writing and address it to the head of the Complaints Committee. Include your full name, contact details, a clear description of your complaint, and any supporting documents. You can email your complaint to feedback@alansar.org.za. That's feedback@alansar.org.za. Or bring it in person to our Pietermaritzburg office at 240 Ortman Road, Willoton. Your input helps us serve you better.
Gaza needs your support more than ever. Homes have been shattered and families have lost everything. With your support, our teams are delivering clean water tankers, feeding the hungry and assisting orphans who have no one left. Let us give Gaza whatever help we can. African Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
The Breakfast Rush. From South Africa to the world.
I listen on my way to work.
I like the variety. It's awesome.
It's cool.
It's your number one.
Breakfast Rush.
Feel good.
The Breakfast Rush.
Makes me feel good. Brings back the memories.
The Breakfast Rush.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. 12 minutes now after 7. It's your Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar. We're live on YouTube and on Facebook as well. Saying Naya Sal Mubarak to everybody is Wahab, Brother Abdul Wahab Karim. Naya Sal Mubarak. And for those that don't know what that means,
I think it's New Year Mubarak.
Happy New Year,
right?
yeah. Oh man, there's so much of interaction on the subject of what's going on here in South Africa right now with regard to Abba Hambe, the locals saying that the undocumented foreigners must leave. In other international news, South Africa is set to host the official launch of the US Africa Trade Commission South Africa chapter at the Durban ICC on the 18th and 19th of June. The initiative is aimed at strengthening trade, investment and institutional cooperation between Africa and the United States while creating new opportunities for business, entrepreneurs, investors and academic institutions on both sides of the Atlantic. The summit will bring together government leaders, diplomats, traditional leaders, business executives, development finance institutions and academics to explore ways of deepening economic ties and unlocking growth opportunities across key sectors. Joining us now to unpack the significance of this milestone and what it could mean for South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal and the African continent is Professor Agostina Malope, US Africa Trade Commissioner and incoming country director of the South Africa chapter. Professor, good morning to you and welcome to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Good morning to you and your listeners.
Prof, the line is not very clear and it's difficult to sort of understand what you're saying. If you have us on a speakerphone, can I please encourage you to take us off the speakerphone and speak directly into your device? Let's try one more time.
Thank you.
Good morning, Prof.
Morning, and thank you for having me, and good morning to your listeners.
It's so much better. Thank you very much. Now, Professor, to begin, what exactly is the US Africa Trade Commission and what role will the South Africa chapter play?
Thank you. I think I must just quickly take you on a small detour because I think you would know that in South Africa, when you use the word US, it's like you just went to space to bring another alien because of what has ruptured in the past couple of months. But what we then forgot as a country was that the economy is not going to stop. The trade cycle is not waiting until we heal or we, detour our thinking capacity somewhere. So the US Africa Trade Commission is a commission that is focusing on revitalizing the relationship where it seems there's no hope. But more than anything, because it's the first time that we have a chapter like this, and we have never set part and tone that would actually say this has worked, this has not worked. But what we also saw was that a call for leadership in academics, because most of the positions or, institutions, we always knew that they are, politically, facilitated. But this one came from the academic perspective because, a little bit of education takes a lot of burden to a certain commodity within the diaspora. But if I know something and you know something, by the end of the day, certain people know something, but we know it better because we can engage in the same language. So the US Africa Trade Commission represents a new era and an opportunity that is now allowing the SMMEs that have never actually had access to participate in export market because it's now classified as a white-collar market. So I think in a nutshell, it's just to bring in access to those real traders who do not have the capacity or the resources to take their produce, their product to the next level. But we do know that as well the US thrives and survives from Africa's, natural resources.
Now, South Africa has been described as a strategic gateway for trade and investment into Africa. What makes the country such an important partner in this initiative?
Definitely because we are, rich with natural resources. I mean, we farm. We don't struggle with climate during farming. Once in a blue moon, because we are also responsible for managing and mandating the climate change. Africa and South Africa, or even SADC at large, we are a system of livelihood. You know, we carry so much resources, so much opportunities. This is why right now, even if we're trying to vacuum everyone out of the country, it becomes a very difficult pill to swallow, because if you look at how everyone is coming from different countries, land in the stomach of South Africa, it means there's food, there's life, there's everything. So it means that we are the oxygen for other countries to survive. That is something that we are not paying attention to. We are focusing on all the other angles, and then we leave. Why are we having so much influx? So South Africa is definitely the belly that feeds the continent.
Professor, what are the key objectives of the South Africa chapter during these first few years of operation?
I think we want to remove the red tape. That's number one, because our SMMEs, more than anything, I think because I come from a very grassroots, I understand the bureaucracy of not being able to access something that you have invested in yourself. I mean, remember, there's no emotional funding for, starting or getting into a business. But the key objective is to bring in proper financiers to understand the language of an SMME or smallholder business. Secondly, to remove the red tapes and the policies that are no longer speaking to the current times, because currencies have changed. Times have changed, The legacy policies that are not even, curated to understand what we are going through currently. I woke up one day, diesel was on a price of, I feel like I'm buying a new handbag, but I'm only going to use it for a day. That is the value that we need to go, but the policy that is there does no longer accommodate what is currently here. So we are not bringing something new. We are not fixing things that are not broken. We are just redirecting the energy of this trade diaspora to relevant commodities, but more than anything, opening the doors even more wider. I made an example the other day that, I stay in KZN, but we do not have an agri-trade center where all farmers, because KZN on its own feeds even part of the world where there is dry lands. But we do not have a trade center, and we are the hub, and we are the harbor. So that is, change number one. And it's not going to be overnight. It requires partners. It requires intentionality. It requires leaders that are called for their spaces, not those that are being placed. Because if you are placed somewhere, you will not be able to beneficiate your efforts, your time, and your responsibilities and accountability. This is key for me, that if I'm going to be taking oath in front of South Africa, everyone is now liable with me, because they can ask me, but you said, and then I can take accountability.
Which industries or sectors do you believe offer the greatest opportunities for collaboration between South Africa and the United States?
It's definitely the agro part, because we know very well what the climate in the other side of the world is. But also the currency. We need to revert back to making sure that even our cost of, export and import makes us benefit, because we carry the natural resources. So that is number one. Number two, it's locomotives. We've had COVID, which stayed the whole country. Nothing was moving. To date, people and businesses are still recovering. Some have shut down. If you go to the south part of Durban and even in the port, you can see buildings that were flourishing and running and doing so well. But because COVID took over and controlled how we're going to do business, we need now to make sure that we open such spaces for business to be able to thrive even in such dire spaces. And we also need to learn from them how they currencify everything that we do. That is why we are able to ship things that we have not even fitted in a shop with them, but we can ship our own umpato or, a beshu, a Zulu beshu to them. But we will now end up seeing it being auctioned somewhere, and we do not even have the authorization for them to sell it in that price. Why is it cheaper in South Africa and then is it dollars in the other country? We need to now, it might sound like a gatekeeping, but we need to now make sure that our resources, when they leave, they bring in investment on return for the work, for the time that we've had by far. So it's definitely very important.
Professor, last question for this morning. And as you prepare to be inaugurated as the country's director, what is your vision for the South Africa chapter over the next 5 years?
It's a market space that is allowing young people who we are now complaining that they are uncontrollable, they are in drugs, they are in everything. We are opening a room for new opportunities for them because all companies in South Africa cannot hire them. That is why I team up with institutions of education for them to stop producing employable graduates, but self-employable graduates that will play in these diasporas and commodities. Because if we are going to produce very good employable graduates, spaces are filling up and people are still having to take their time in those positions. So I'm opening even a space where we are going to now curate curriculum that speaks to this. I mean, you asked me how many universities or institutions offer courses on, export and import. We only do it as part subject in part of the curriculum, but we need a very intentional curriculum that will teach you about policies, the IOS, the FDM, things that you do not know. Right now, we had an outbreak of FMD, and not everyone could participate in it because it was closed as if it's a ball that needs particular and specific person. So we cannot have that when it was affecting the whole country. And we cannot have 20,000 practitioners on that when there are over 100,000 species that were affected. So we need to build an institutionalized, trade system and academies that will be able to bring and breed new. We need trade lawyers. We need trade policy developers that will continuously change and adapt to the times because, like I say, the taxes and the rates that are now also making our producers and manufacturers do no longer build appetite for them to trade externally. But we keep having this product living in 3 segments of countries, not living here directly to where they're supposed to be, which is our partner in the US.
Indeed. Professor, I want to thank you for your time this morning and, of course, wish you all of the best in your new appointment as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
There you go. That's Professor Agostina Malope, US Africa Trade Commissioner and incoming country director of the South Africa chapter. Exciting times ahead for business people, entrepreneurs, and just trade across the Atlantic.
Sometimes they say it's not what you sell, but who you sell to. Because we would go to places and see the most beautiful, exquisite item, but because of the placement of it, forgetting that it's handcrafted in days, sometimes even months went into it, what do? We negotiate, right? And then we go into other places and we buy something that didn't take that much energy to produce and we pay the price.
How do you place value on things?
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Discover elegance, comfort and modesty at Al-Ansar Shop. Browse our beautiful collection of abayas, scarves, hijabs, kurtas, jibbas and modest fashion for every occasion. From everyday wear to special events, we have styles to suit the entire family. Visit us today and experience quality, affordability and timeless modest fashion. Al-Ansar Shop. Modesty meets style.
Your future will be different. Different careers, different opportunities, different ways of working. So your education should do more than keep up. Regent Business School prepares students, professionals and leaders with practical knowledge, digital innovation, immersive learning and real-world experience for what's next. Regent Business School, teaching different things differently. Visit regent.ac.za.
For gold and silver investors, the right partner makes all the difference. At IBV Gold, we are a world leader in gold and silver Krugerrands, trusted for over 21 years. Looking to sell? We offer seamless transactions and immediate payment for your Krugerrands. Whether you're buying or selling, IBV Gold delivers unmatched value, security, and discretion. Your decision is simple. IBV Gold is the place. IBV Gold, the most valuable decision you'll make. Visit us at www.ibvgold.co.za.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Your hits, your sound, your station, your TBR. Monday to Friday.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0.
So, we've extended our sale. You've asked and we've done it. So for this week only, we have extended the sales at the Cellular City Group of Vodacom stores. So from the 15th of June 2026, which was a couple of days ago, to the 19th of June 2026, which is just like 2 days from now, we have unbeatable savings and value offers for the entire nation. From wearables to handsets, lots of gadgets, we have them all at discounted prices only for you. So check us out. Pavilion, Westwood, Workshop, Bluff, Bridge City, Megacity, Brookside, Pietermaritzburg, Nelson Mandela Square if you're in the Sandton or Johannesburg area. The Cellular City Group offers a variety of products at great service. The company that always gives back to you. Remember, because the prices are so low, we are limiting it for you only. So, particularly, specifically and only for individuals, no traders allowed. You can get yourself the Xiaomi Redmi Watch 2 Lite, just one of this available for 399 Rand. You can also get the Linear SOS band at 199 Rand. This as well, just one available in store. We also have the Xiaomi Redmi Buds, that's the 6-play edition, 199 Rand, one of that available. The Xiaomi Redmi Buds, that's the 3 Lite edition, 299 Rand. Gadgets galore. If you're looking for perhaps a watch, something that you've wanted, you've had your eye on, but for some reason you were just not able to get there, now is the time. We've got the Xiaomi Redmi Watch 2 Lite for 399 Rand. You've got the Samsung Galaxy Buds FE. Now this one is very popular. On demand, 5 left in store at 999 Rand each. And we've got the Sony Smart Band Talk available at 99 Rand. Remember, strictly no traders, and because the deals are just so good, we're limiting them to one per customer only. 19th is the deadline. You have 2 days to get what you need.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0, Vodacom shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Westwood Mall, The Bluff, the Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana and his Deputy David Masondo will go head-to-head later this week as the two take opposite sides in the boardroom battle raging at the Public Investment Corporation. Former President Jacob Zuma has told the Constitutional Court that a ruling that orders him to pay 28.9 million rands in taxpayer funds spent on his corruption trial could result in potential injustice of the utmost severity. And finally, the United States government has intervened in the side of Elon Musk's AI in a legal dispute over a $20 billion data center, claiming that efforts to block a related power project threaten national security. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Thabile Duma. 7:33 now. Stay alert on the road and feel your best off it. This traffic update is proudly brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Colonel Raouf, Assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You'd never heard that 5-page email story?
No comment. Please go ahead with the traffic.
If you're traveling on Rogers Keaty Road, this is in the Westville area, just right next to the M13, you got an Astron garage. There's an accident scene at that outside that garage, so be aware of that. Traffic's almost at a standstill traveling on the N2, coming from the Amslanga interchange going southbound. Be aware of that, please. Now, just looking at something here. Accident involving multiple vehicles on the N2 southbound is after Amslanga. That's what's creating the congestion coming out of Phoenix on the M41. Traffic is almost at a standstill trying to go on the N2. So just be aware there's an accident there with multiple vehicles that's involved. So there will be delays in the vicinity. Vehicle broken down into southbound near Spaghetti Junction. You got the fast lane obstructed. Approach with caution there, please. There will be delays in that vicinity. M7 going towards Pinetown. Before Belleville off-ramp, you got a truck jackknife over 2 lanes. Only 1 lane is running. So chaos on the M7 this morning, trying to go towards Pinetown. The alternate route would be to take the N2 on to the N2 north or south. If you're going south, use the M1, take the Higginson Highway off-ramp, and then turn right, follow it out all the way to Pinetown. It'll take you into Pinetown. If you're going the other way, you're going on the N2 north, take the N3 towards Pavilion. That should take you towards Pinetown, New Germany, and wherever else you want to go to. That's your final update.
Thank you very much. Colonel Raouf, a message from one of our listeners for your attention says, Peter Makaba Ridge, just after the hotel, heading towards, the mall. A whole lane's been dug up, rocks put around the crater as a lovely decoration. If you could please ask somebody to have a look at that.
The water pipe burst, so they were replacing it.
Right. Safety is a concern on that road at the moment.
Yeah, I'll have it reported now this morning.
Thank you, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Check there's no sardines inside there.
They might be keeping the sardines in there. I don't know.
I think every time we drive past that area,
Yeah.
we need to read a dua because it's one thing after another in that particular zone.
You know, the sea runs quite far inland. So maybe they got washed out inside there, so they're sitting in the crater.
You go check out
Very bad.
that crater for a little bit of sardine activity. Anyway, Jazakallah khair, Colonel Raouf. You take it easy. We'll catch up tomorrow morning, inshallah.
Wa alaikum salam.
Oh, there you go. This Youth Day, we celebrate the energy, resilience and potential of South Africa's young people as we honour the legacy of those who fought for a brighter future. And let's continue to empower the next generation through education, opportunity and good health. This traffic report was brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy, proud to support the well-being of our youth and communities, keeping Durban healthy and informed. The traffic report by Pelican Pharmacy.
Dragged on, excellent length, a little bit of movement.
The Breakfast Rush Sport Update with Buddy Govender.
Well, let's get into it. Let's figure out what happened to Kylian Mbappe during the France v Senegal game, where the first half saw Kylian Mbappe only touch the ball a handful of times. Come second half, Buddy Govender's here to tell us about it. Buddy, assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Walaikum salam. Good World Cup certainly has kicked off. As you said, Kylian Mbappe, first half. What a great performance from Senegal. But let's get into it, Nish. France, Norway, and defending champions Argentina, they secured decisive wins over the last 24 hours at the FIFA World Cup, Well, today we see heavyweights Portugal and England making their tournament debuts. Match reports from yesterday: France 3, Senegal 1. Kylian Mbappe, 2 touches maybe in the first half, but man, 2 touches in the second half made all the difference. One of which I think is going to go down as the goal of the tournament, candidate for the goal of the tournament. He scored 2 in a brilliant performance towards the second half, as the French certainly came back and made the difference. Senegal, so good in the first half, just withered out in the second half. Remember, Kylian Mbappe now is France's all-time leading goal scorer with 58 goals. He's made history yesterday. Iraq 1, Norway 4. Like Haaland, he enjoyed a fairy tale World Cup debut, scoring twice yesterday to secure all 3 points for the Norwegians on their return to the World Cup stage. And then Argentina 3, Algeria 0. Lionel Messi. What do we say, Nichal? He rewrote history by becoming the first man to play in 6 World Cups and scoring a hat-trick last night. 3 goals as the defending champions put on a comprehensive display in the opening match for them. Austria 1, Jordan 0. Well, that was an early morning draw there for the Jordan team, an Austrian team. Not a bad result for Jordan, not a good result for Austria. So, yep, truly, today, what do we look at? We look at Portugal versus the DR Congo, England versus Croatia. Watch that game. Ghana and Panama, Uzbekistan and Colombia. It's going to be a cracker. Tournament still in its group stages. Remember, teams are still feeling each other out. South Africa has to win in the game on Thursday night. It's all looking for a great World Cup so far. Nish will bring you more tomorrow, inshallah.
I'm certainly looking forward to it, buddy. More coverage on the World Cup, and I see you already getting all of your various different jerseys out the closet as well.
Yeah, I'm supporting the one team that should be there, but that's not there, Italy. So, but again, I don't want to put it on the line. I am looking forward to the public holiday after the World Cup. And secondly, I am looking forward to Morocco winning the World Cup. I put it out there. Thank you.
It's the second time he's mentioned that so far. Morocco is high up on Buddy Govender's list. Buddy, thank you very much for the report this morning. Have a blessed day, brother.
Wonderful. Assalamu alaikum to you, Naz, and the Magic TBR team. Ciao.
Ameen. Assalamu alaikum, Buddy Governor. It's 7:40 this morning. Buddy Governor will be back on your breakfast rush with your World Cup update tomorrow morning, right about the same time, inshallah. And of course, he's doing that for you on the weekend as well. So 7 days a week, basically, with these updates coming through from the FIFA World Cup 2026. Have you managed to watch a full game yet?
Just the one.
The first one?
Yes.
Right, and then that soured it for you. You're like, I know, I'm not going to do it again.
Look, tomorrow I will again.
Right.
I mean, I have a little bit of hope left within me. So I will watch the game tomorrow.
She spent money on that jersey.
Regardless. I always say, in sport, no matter what, the blood is green. That's it.
Right, there you go.
So we'll have it tomorrow. We'll have it on the 25th of June. Yeah. And if all fails, then just like Buddy Govender, Morocco for the win.
You know, I want to take conversation back to, because our listeners are sort of interacting on this one here, and I don't want to ignore the messages that are coming in. We were talking about foreign workers, not working because they're leaving. They're sitting at various different grounds and places and parking lots and what have you, and they're they're waiting for buses and airplanes and things to leave the country. So whilst they're not doing the job, that means the vacancies exist. And why are there still so many people able to march, if those vacancies exist and they should go and work?
I don't know.
Right? So I'm going to keep, again, this one here anonymous, where a listener says, this is what a black friend told me. Now, here's the message. The foreigners work for long hours, poor conditions, for little pay. Basically, they're okay to get exploited, which is not right. The locals don't want to get exploited, hence they dislike Indians and Muslims in particular, as they are exploitative employers. That's why they want them out. Appears locals will work, but not if the Basic Conditions of Employment Act are not adhered to. Now, here's somebody giving you a little bit of feedback.
That's fair from the individual that they had a conversation with.
And?
Look, it's experience-based. That individual had their experience. And every word in this just makes perfect sense. You wouldn't want to work in an environment, like she says, where your basic conditions of employment are not provided. And that is understandable. Nobody would want to.
That being said, now I got to play the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
Do you not know where you're going and applying for work?
Desperate times, right?
Yeah, okay, cool. Desperate times, yes. But if you within you, you're like, okay, I don't like this particular employer, type of employer, ethnicity of employer, the whole long list that you have for yourself. Why apply?
I don't know. Sometimes perhaps it's the only thing available.
I'm hungry.
Or you don't know the situation until you get into it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Different circumstances for different people.
So desperation makes people do things that they don't normally or wouldn't normally want to do.
I would think so, because not everyone's, in this scenario, first line of work is to be a domestic employee.
Right. Again, not all of us have the opportunity to be picky and choosy and all of that about where we go and apply. We see the advertised vacancy and we need the employment. We'd love to be able to eat a meal at the end of the day.
Yes.
We'd love to be able to pay for a roof over our heads, the opportunity to pay for school fees for our children. We'd love the opportunity to be employed individuals.
Yes, agreed. Look, I don't think there's any work field that exists in this world that's a bed of roses. Everybody has their moment, their day, their experience, but you make it work, and like you said, for those reasons.
For those particular reasons. 7:45 it is.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
It's our 2nd anniversary, and Dawood Mega Boutique is celebrating 2 years of quality, value, and community. You're invited to join us for a wonderful, fun-full family day in store. Bring the kids along for a day packed with exciting in-store competitions, awesome free giveaways, and delicious free tasters of your absolute favorites. We're rolling out never-to-be-repeated deals across the entire store. Plus, don't miss our urgent, unmissable, hourly specials on specific items. Once that hour is up, they're gone. Get unmatched value from our premium butcher, our fresh deli, crisp fruit and veg, and of course, our massive frozen food selections. It's your complete grocery destination all under one roof. Mark your calendars, bring the whole family down, and leave happy. Dawood Mega Boutique, 2 years of serving you with excellence, and we are just getting started.
At the new Checkers Saxony Westwood, you'll find everything from our signature steakhouse classic cuts, expertly aged and ready for the braai. Try something exclusive like our Simple Truth certified lamb, responsibly sourced, free range, and raised without added growth hormones or promoters. Checkers Saxony Westwood, butchery, bakery, and deli, certified by the NIHT.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
TBR, where you want to be when you grow up.
5 नाम ऐसे हैं, पंजतन हमारे हैं. 5 नाम ऐसे हैं, पंजतन हमारे हैं. 5 नाम ऐसे हैं, पंजतन हमारे हैं. उन पे जीते मरते हैं. पंजतन हमारे हैं, उन पे जीते मरते हैं। पंजतन पंजतन हमारे हैं। फातिमा मोहम्मद शब्बरो अली शबीर। फातिमा मोहम्मद शब्बरो अली शबीर, नूर से चमकते हैं। पंजतन हमारे हैं, नूर से चमकते हैं। पंजतन हमारे हैं, और ले लिया है चारों को मुस्तफा ने चादर में। अहले बैत ऐसे हैं, पंजतन हमारे हैं। अहले बैत ऐसे हैं, बोलो पंजतन हमारे हैं। बस उन पे जीते मरते हैं। पंजतन हमारे हैं। हुजूर शेर देखिएगा, इमाम अहमद बिन हम्बल, उनसे मुंसलिक ये शेर है। शायर कह रहे हैं, आय हाय हाय, कहें सुभान अल्लाह। आपको बात पूरी समझ आ जाएगी जब शेर खत्म होगा, आप खुद ही कहेंगे सुभान अल्लाह। जब मरीज आता है मिसले इब्ने हम्बल जब मरीज आता है मिसले इब्ने हम्बल, 5 नाम लिखते हैं। पंजतन हमारे हैं, बस 5 नाम लिखते हैं। कौन से वाले 5 नाम लिखते हैं? पंजतन हमारे हैं, बस उन पे जीते मरते हैं। पंजतन हमारे हैं। एक होता है मुनाजरा, एक होता है मुबाहिला। एक क्या होता है? ऊंचा कहे ना। आलिम का लिखा हुआ कलाम, इसलिए थोड़ा सा इसकी तरफ मैं आपको आउटलाइन दे रहा हूं ताकि यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड। एक मुनाजरा, एक मुबाहिला। मुबाहिला में आर या पार। लंबी कहानी है लेकिन मैं आपको समझाने के लिए शेर पढ़ रहा हूं, समझ आ जाएगा। मुबाहिले की डेफिनेशन समझ आ गई ना। मुनाजरा बैठ के होता है, आमने सामने डिबेट होती है, बात होती है और फिर उसका रिजल्ट आता है। मुबाहिला आर या पार, वन टाइम, वन शॉट। अल्लाह अकबर। शायर कहते हैं, था मुबाहिला जिसे दम साथ थे ये 5 तन। था मुबाहिला जिसे दम साथ थे ये 5 तन। कौन इनके जैसे हैं? पंजतन हमारे हैं, कौन इनके जैसे हैं? पंजतन हमारे हैं, बोलो उन पे जीते मरते हैं। पंजतन हमारे हैं, जो भी उनका नौकर है उनका नौकर है, हर जगह उजागर है, हर जगह उजागर है। सारे जग से ऊंचे हैं
Dr. Nisar Ahmed Marfani. Hey, by the way, if you're on the roads now, just got a message that says, be alert, crash at the beginning of the M19, the end of St. John's, Durban bound, so the intersection. Left lane is obstructed, so you've got to be aware of that and make alternate arrangements or use alternate routes if you need to. Abu Bakr, Assalamu alaikum. I do see your messages. Sarah Bibi Mustafa Parag as well, enjoying the recordings on the program.
From her kitchen.
In the kitchen. Lovely in the kitchen.
Abbas Sheikh says, Salam's lovely mankabat. Alhamdulillah.
Now, Abbas doesn't message very often. When he does, on point.
MH says, I just feel...
Yeah, he's feeling. MH feeling.
He's feeling good.
Yeah. All right, Essenwood Road and near Coronation Road, burst pipe. The road's going to be dug up soon. Marcus Rashford, according to Faisal, is going back to Manchester United after the World Cup because his contract's not been renewed at Barcelona.
Good news?
You think so?
Good, don't you think so?
I think Barca was the team that was going to elevate Marcus Rashford to the next level, in Faisal's word.
Do you think we can do that?
We'll figure it. No, we couldn't before, but anyway, we'll see. Salam's M13 before Westwood Mall off-ramp heading toward town. One lane's closed. Traffic's building up badly. Oh, man. You take it easy on the roads, you guys. If you're out there this morning, there seems to be a significant amount of things for you to just keep your eyes peeled for. So do that. 6 minutes and counting to 8 this morning. The city in South Africa that has recently been ranked as the 3rd most violent place in the world. Zach, think about it for a minute. Which city in South Africa do you think has just been ranked as the 3rd most violent place in the world? Give me an answer, right? Think about it for a second. Nazmeera, you do that as well. Which city in South Africa do you think is ranked as the 3rd most violent place in the world? Zakaria, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Right, your answer.
I'm thinking in South Africa.
Yeah. Here.
Oh, here.
Home. South Africa.
One city in this country.
Africa do Zuid.
Think of this one place in Cape Town.
Cape Town. The city of Cape Town.
No, it's a place where I just forgot the name.
Is it where the Cape Flats is?
Cape Flats, yeah. Is it the Cape Flats?
No.
Wrong
answer. Nazmeera Cassim. She can see the script.
Under the current circumstances, if I couldn't see what's in front of me, I would say here.
You'd say Durban, right?
Yeah.
Right. I can't pronounce the name. Joburg? You think so?
Yeah.
I'll tell you about it in a second. Check this out. I can't pronounce the name correctly. Right? But it's Port Elizabeth.
There you go.
Right?
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
You can, you liar.
Somewhere around there, it's like... Anyway, it's been received, or it has received the dishonor of being ranked as the 3rd most violent city in the world, with a murder rate climbing into triple digits. A first for any South African city, ranked. The city made the shocking climb on the annual ranking compiled by the Mexican Council for Public Security and Criminal Justice in association with the Mexican Commission on Human Rights. The ranking has been compiled annually for over a decade and lists the 50 most violent cities in the world by the number of murders per 100,000 people. Only cities with populations exceeding 300,000, where murder statistics are available, are considered for the ranking, but at least 3 major South African metros have qualified since 2013. Now, in the 25-26 ranking, 6, not 1, 2, 3, 6 South African cities were ranked, led by Rebecca. Pietermaritzburg's joining it for the very, very first time.
What's happening there? 105.6.
Right? So, Cape Town's there.
Uh-huh.
Right? Durban, as you mentioned, has been there since 2013.
Embarrassing, I tell you.
Johannesburg entered that list in 2015. Now, we should be striving to not feature on lists like these ever.
Agreed.
And at all.
Agreed.
Ever and at all. That being said, it's 2 minutes to 8. What time do we got to go pray?
On this first day of the new year, 1448, Zohar 2 minutes past 12, Asr 28 minutes past 3, Maghrib 7 minutes past 5, and Isha at 6:30 tonight. Have a lovely day. Be the best version of you.
Do good. Be good. Till the next time.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
This hadith is sponsored by Ashraful Aid, International Humanitarian Organization.
Hadith a day.